I heard you say once that you don't think Andrew Tate is happy, right?
Um, anytime. So this was earlier. I don't know what's real or not with him. It's hard to say. But when I see people that flex a ton of money and wealth and do that shit, to me personally, that sells an idea of insecurity to me. I have never in my life met or known anybody that has had like true sustained happiness that they've acquired via like massive obsession over wealth. I've just never seen that before. Usually it's poor people who think that that will buy you like insane amounts of happiness, or it's going to be newly wealthy people that are just getting to spend a ton of money, but they haven't been wealthy for very long. That's just my personal feelings on it. But I mean, maybe, I don't know. That's just my
No, well,
experience.
I brought it up because you and I agree in that way, and I think that the reason that I think he's unhappy has to do with the fact that I think that his rhetoric is intrinsically linked with his lifestyle and the life that he lives. And that's why it's difficult for me to say, okay, let me focus on this person's talking points, let me focus on the rhetoric, because they walk the walk. They don't just talk the talk. Like this is the life that they live. It's a life that they're promoting, but it's also a life that they live. So yeah, and I think yeah, I think if I lived his life, I would be chronically unhappy and I would be chronically empty. Like that level of overcompensation, like look at what I have, look at what I've achieved, look at how that to me it's so transparent. Like it's like the idea that I don't know, maybe men are not as are not perceptive. Are there like perceptual like deficits that men might have and other people don't?
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
because, I mean, I'm sure women do it too in some ways. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
I don't know about no. I don't think that anyone does it to that degree, to that level. I think that he's super insecure, um, and I think that
when I hear women going off on that, and I don't hear it as much anymore, when I was kind of hearing women go off and like, I don't need no man, I'm perfectly happy on my own, blah 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 blah. Like I think that's a little bit of a cope. Maybe not as much as on the Tate side, but I think it's a bit of a cope.
I think well, I think it's uh, whether it's a cope or not. I think that I don't think first of all, I don't think it's comparable. I think that like women feeling liberated for the first time, I think that was a huge thing. And so the way that they responded, the way that they reacted to it might have been, I think it was probably congruent with, I think it was congruent is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Do I think that, I think that some women, the reality is that that is true. I
Hmm.
mean, like women don't, you don't like, you don't think that that's true?
I don't know what you're asking if it's true at this point in time right now. Wait, is what true?
Whether or not women need men or a woman needs a man. Like
I think their
exactly,
lives would be greatly improved by it. I think we're all improved by partners. Yeah.
right, yeah. But is it partners or is it having like that social net, that social
I think having
um
specifically partners, I think is good for all of us. I think it's good for all of us.
yeah. But the idea that happiness is derived from this or
It's
that
not
or
only. There's
it's
tons of ways you can derive
stimulated,
happiness. You can be really happy without ever having kids in your lifetime, and you can also be really
right,
happy with kids. Right? It's all part of it. Right? You don't have to.
right. That's right. And I think that's so I think some of the women who do say that, I think that they mean it. And I don't think that there's I know some women who say it, they're not saying it they're not there's no malice in the way that they say it. It's just it's true for them. But no, Andrew Tate he's insecure. He's empty. I look at him and I see someone who is just completely emotionally devoid, which and that fucking terrifies me. That like when you're around people like that in real life, oh my God, it sucks. It really sucks. But I think him, the other ones on the show, yeah, I think they're all of the same that same ilk. Fuck that, fuck that.
Okay.
And I think that some of these guys, I think
Oh,
it's Myron.
can you give me a minute? Bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.